Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of 3D Dollars, Dreams, and Discussions with your hosts Uncle Will and Shannon B. Hey, what's up, everyone? I am your guy, Uncle Will, and I am here with my lovely, lovely co-host, Miss Shannon B. What's up, Shannon?
Hi, guys. It's Shannon B.
Yes, and so we're back here with another episode. As you see, I'm manning the headphones because Keith, Kev Style, could not be here on this week's episode. So I gotta, do the behind-the-scenes stuff too. I guess that's what Uncle do.
It is what it is. The show must go on.
It must go on. So we have an interesting topic or whatever, and this is important to me because I then went through something like this in my younger days. Tell me the topic, please, Shannon.
Well, before we get there, I just need to acknowledge, I want to send out a heartfelt shout out to all my fellow Detroiters in support of our recent loss. Take a moment of silence. Thank you. It was so painful.
I know it was.
So painful.
I know it was.
And I was actually at the game, so.
You went to San Fran just to witness all that
I had
nonsense.
so much hope, but I'm just grateful that they were gracious and didn't give me too much hard of a time when we were flying out of the stadium those last 5 minutes like gazelles. Nobody was talking mess like, yeah, get out of here, so.
San Fran is some very good people from what I hear, so.
On Facebook, everybody was all like, oh my God, be careful, aren't you worried? Like, they're going to get violent. Like, if it was the Eagles, no, not going there.
Oh my God, I heard so much about.
Yeah, they used to have I heard they had a jail cell one time in their stadium because people was just cutting up so bad. Yeah, so glad they're not on that type of time. But no, everybody was gracious. They let us tailgate with them. Like everybody
cool.
They was feeding us, giving us water, everything. So.
And you know what? Before you move on to the topic, though, I'm gonna say this too because I gotta put the disclaimer out there. A lot of you, if you guys don't know, Uncle Will is a Bears fan.
Who is the Bears? Where was that?
See, we would never go there.
Who?
But the fact is, Uncle Will is a Bears fan, and I just wanted to say that it's hard being a diehard Bears fan living in the city of Detroit, which is part of the reason why my haterism came out.
He was praying on our downfall, y'all. He is the reason why we lost.
I'm not gonna lie. I prayed. I threw pennies in the coin. You know how you put the pennies in the
wishing well.
I did all of that. Like and then like I told you too, my boy he hosted the game. I'm surrounded about 40 people in Lions gear. I go in with my Bears jersey, my Bears coat, socks, hat, and everything represent. And I had to pause for a minute. And I asked them, let me just have the floor for a minute. I said to them, I just want to say, because we're all in the same division, I do wish the Lions. I had to cut myself off because I felt like, look, it's not good to lie. Not that I'm trying to teach my kids not to lie, right? So I said, look, I just want y'all to know, I want y'all to lose so, I can't cuss the way I want to, so bad, okay? I want y'all to lose horribly. Y'all don't need to do nothing. I wish nothing but the worst for you. Now, with that being said, I'm happy. I can live my life now, knowing that the Lions did not go further. Because if the Lions would have won.
Well, your team's still not going next year.
Well, true, but what I'm saying though is, I can still hold over the Lions' head that they've never been to the Super Bowl. My Bears then won the Super Bowl. They went to the Super Bowl in the last 10 years. They didn't win, but the Lions didn't. So, with that being said, now, I'm not going to, stay up on this because me and her go back and forth.
Yeah, it's about to be a fight.
And I don't need her trying to slash my tires and anything like that because, she's from Detroit. That's what Detroit women do. Anyway, go ahead.
No, so our topic today is, I'm sure everybody saw that recent video that was circulating about the dude that he was out to dinner with his wife or whoever, significant other, and I guess all her friends were there, And time came up for the bill, and basically they expected him to pay for everybody. But I'm sure it was a skit. But yeah, let's talk about in real life. If that really did happen, what would be the answer?
So my wife had showed this to me. I guess sometime shortly after it had came on. I didn't know it was a skit, and I guess what has been confirmed that it was a skit, or you just think it was?
I just think it was.
Okay.
I mean, everything's a skit now. What is really happening in real time? I don't even know.
Okay. But where did this come from, though? I mean, where did all this originate from in regards to if a woman is out with her friends and the boyfriend or the husband pop up, that it's a necessity that the guy have to pay for the drinks? I mean.
You already know where it came from. Where everything else that's terrible for the world came from. Social media.
But no, this was going on before social media. Now, I know you're a millennial.
Yeah.
So.
Did he just say a millennium?
Millennial.
Millennial.
See, I'm Gen X, so I'm kind of older, so I just
real older.
Cut words up, right? But when I was younger, okay, because it was a time Uncle Will was younger. When I was stop laughing at me. When I was younger, I actually went to a bar, and I saw a group of women sitting at a table, and it was one that I was attracted to, and so I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get her a drink. But I seen she had like 3 other females with her at the table. So what I did, me being the gentleman that I am, I went to the table, introduced myself. How you doing? My name is Will, blah, blah, blah. My wife's your name? She gave me a name, blah, blah. I said, hey, what you drinking on? She told me to drink, and then I turned to her girlfriends. What y'all like a drink too? Of course. You know they ain't no black woman gonna turn a free drink now. Okay? And so,
or a meal.
Or a meal, okay? So I gladly paid for all the drinks, and I just left. I didn't even try to get a number or nothing. I just left. Of course, shortly after, I guess she was impressed by the gesture.
Mm-hmm.
And then she came to find me and wanted to, exchange numbers. And, we talked a little bit after that. Of course, I wound up getting some down the line. But that was because I was a gentleman. I was able to get something for the drinks. But I didn't feel obligated. To me, it was just a gesture that I made because I didn't have a problem with buying a drink. It's not like you're tricking. You only spending, $10 on a drink or whatever, right? But my problem comes in that is when they want to make you feel like you have to do it. And later when I got with my wife, then my girlfriend, I bought her and her girls drinks and stuff like that too. But my wife or girlfriend at the time, didn't make me feel like it was something I was supposed to do. Yeah. And I asked her about that. I said, so, because she pointed the video out to me. I never saw the video. I never heard about it. She just said, hey, look, check this out. So I looked at it. And I'm like, so, how do you feel about it? Her thinking is that a man shouldn't have to pay for the whole table. What do you think about it now?
No, they shouldn't have to pay for the whole table. That's somebody doing something to be nice, but it's not a requirement by far. My motto, even when I was dating, I wouldn't, even me as being a woman that's being an ass out on a date, I would never go anywhere if I don't have money, to pay for myself or whatever should happen. Like, I don't believe you should be going nowhere broke, so you shouldn't be hoping for some type of handout from somebody. Like, if you can't cover your own bill, just don't go. And don't be counting somebody else's pockets either, because maybe, some people actually do budget. So maybe they budgeted in them being able to go out for the 2 of them. That didn't include all of y'all. So. But
tell me this though, is it different though if you walking up to a table that has a group of women?
If I was a man and it was more than 2 women, I wouldn't be approaching that table anyway.
So he should just wait for her to get up, go to the restroom on the way back.
Yeah, try to catch her.
What's your name? Can I get you a drink?
Well, let's be clear too. It's some men, they don't even have to participate in any of these reindeer games, because if the lady like him enough, she'll get up and lead them friends and just go along with him without getting no drink.
Come on, for real.
Yeah. You do know it's men that exist that they never had to take women on dates. They never had to do none of this stuff that, is supposed, alleged that men have to do.
Well, okay, now I do understand that where sometimes you probably meet a woman and y'all decide to forego a movie and a dinner and you just go back to either her place or your place and do what you got to do. But when you're in a setting such as a club or anything like that or a party, I just think that if you're going to walk up to a table that's full of women, you should already know that it's going to be some form of expectation. Just like you cocking your eyes, your head looking at me the way you're looking at me now, that's how women look at men if they come to the table because they feel like they're being ignored. Like, oh my God, he ignoring us. Well, what about us?
What about
other
you?
women here
Go
at the
find
table
your own
too?
man.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like the way you think. But this is the real world here, though. Shannon, women are thirsty. Thirsty as hell. And they want a damn top shelf drink. And they want that man to get it. Because if you're going to get my girl a drink, even though I'm not going to give you none, she may give you some. But I want a drink too and I feel entitled. And you trying to say that they're not entitled. But
No.
This is the way it is.
No, and the man is a sucker for putting himself in that position. If I thought that that's how the chicks was going to be acting, I would walk away.
I mean, like you said earlier.
And I would go hunt for somebody that's not going to put me through all that.
I like how she used the word hunt. Because in the previous video, I did let it be known that men are hunters. And I like how she remembered that. But listen, like you said earlier though, he should know what he's getting himself into. And see, I know what I'll be getting myself into if I'm walking at a table and it's going to be a group of women there.
And if you watching, like, if a man is watching some women from afar and he paying attention, or even if he's up at a bar with them or something, if he paying attention to how their friends are acting just in general conversation, you're going to be able to spot whether that's something you should be approaching anyway. Because, like, let's say the girl you trying to go for is, like, the nice girl in the group.
Mm-hmm. But
then you see she got this friend over there. She's like, oh, look at this chick. What she got on? She looking like, this bartender, would you hurry up? What did you, this... Yeah. I wouldn't even go into that type of situation because you already know her friend is already on demon time. Mm-hmm. She going to be a blocker.
Demon time, I like
protecting the nice friend. So you're not going to even be able to get access to her because she going to be hating on you. So why would you even put yourself in that position?
Now, in a case like that, you're right. I wouldn't even want to deal with nothing like that.
I'm definitely not spending no money on her so that I can make her think that her behavior is acceptable. Absolutely not. I'm not rewarding evil with good. Well, not good. I'm not saying buying a drink for somebody is good, but
buying a drink for someone is okay. I mean, even if a woman was to buy a drink for a man. So if I was to reverse that and a group of men sitting at the table and the woman coming to buy that one man a drink, would she be obligated to buy all the fellas a drink?
Men not even thinking like that.
It just came to me though. I'm just like, hey, y'all women fought for equality back in the 20s and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, equal strokes. So
well,
I'm wondering.
Yeah, but men, they don't. The things that women feel that they're entitled to, like men don't even.
We don't care
even be
about
on
stuff
that.
like
No,
that.
They're not even thinking about that.
They don't care about stuff like that.
Like if a woman, that's why if a man goes on a date with a woman and she decides to pay, he's like, oh,
he's like shocked, like what?
Yeah, like you want to do something for me, so.
Yeah, honestly, I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
And I actually can feel kind of weird, because if I approached you and I asked you, hey, would you mind going out with me? To me, I'm the one initiating the date, so right. I would automatically assume that I'm going to be the one that's going to pay for everything the whole night.
And some men, their intention is still to pay for everything, but when a woman, it doesn't hurt or they don't find it, it's kind of a nice touch of a woman just offer. Like, even though he not going to let her do it, but some men just want a woman to offer some time. Just pretend like you was going to do it. And he's still going to say, no, that's okay, but I appreciate you, offering. If you just, women don't know, if you just make that little step just to show that you willing,
just a gesture, right?
Because in his mind, that translates to down the road, if something come up, can I just that little bit of show of faith, like, I got you, that's a good faith, a showing of good faith.
I like that. And the thing is, you a different breed, you know that, right? It's not a lot of women that think like you. And so, like I said, you are a different breed because a lot of women come into a situation with expectations, right? And something as small as a drink is a big deal to a lot of women because, and this is how I feel, is that because it tells them the kind of man that you are. Mm-hmm. So if you got a group of women at a table and a dude walks up and only acknowledges one female, now keep in mind his mind was already on one anyway. So mm-hmm. if this is the one that I'm going for, I'm just thinking I just have to take care of my objective, which is her. But a lot of women define you based upon how you interact with the whole group, not with just that one. And I think that's where the problem comes in at, because now he's being labeled as cheap. Mm-hmm. He's broke. Mm-hmm. He don't got no money. He ain't nothing. And I just think that's totally unfair, though.
It is.
Because if I flip it and I say, okay, I got all y'all drink, now I'm like, okay, hey, think I take all y'all back to the hotel?
And sometimes it could be a guy that's broke that's buying something for the whole table. So that don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
How many people is out here fronting? And they really don't have the means, but because, like you said, they want to make it appear like they're that guy, mm-hmm, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They living a life that they can't afford, which in the end she gonna find out anyway, so what's the point? Ain't no future in your fronting. Okay.
Come on, Bree. Come on down. But I don't know. My thought of women like that, I'm not gonna say they can't be a gold digger for a damn drink. But how would you define a person like that thinks like that?
It's the entitlement for me.
Entitlement, you think?
Yeah.
For a drink, you think they feeling? I think
Why
so
are you
too.
expecting anything from anybody?
Because they're thirsty.
Just because you think that you look good and all that, like, who cares? Somebody look better than you.
And maybe that's why he didn't buy you a drink in the first place. That's why he probably chose the other woman.
Exactly.
Because she wasn't sitting there acting all, looking up and down.
Women got it all wrong.
All wrong.
You get more asking for less. I promise you.
Please tell them again.
You get more asking for less.
Now, you know how many women that's watching this show probably cursing you out, calling you a sellout woman right now? Because no, that's why you have a man now. Oh, she got a man. Bam! Oh, show him over there too. Now, if you want her to, she could drop some of her fingers down and give you. No,
no.
But no. But you will get a lot, like you said, for look. And to me, a man that's buying a drink, coming out of his pocket, don't even know you, it's a good gesture. But some people would look at that gesture as either one, you broke or you don't have nothing because you didn't buy everyone else something at the table. And I done heard a lot of feedback from even professional women that I posed this to at my job. And a lot of them thought that, whether it was a skit or not, they thought that the girls at the table was actually correct in feeling the way that they felt. Because they saying that it's a man's responsibility that if he's going to be at the table or he comes in to the table with one of the females or he acknowledging the female and he see all these drinks and stuff on the table, that he should know that it's a bill that's coming with it. So it is his responsibility to at least pay for, if not all, at least one drink. Not, this one girl told me, she said, well, if I got two drinks or three drinks and the dude come there, come pick my girl up, blah, 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 he can at least pay for one of the drinks. I ain't asking him to pay for all three of my drinks, but damn, at least had a courtesy of paying for at least one of the drinks. And I was thinking, like, I said, you sound stupid. And I just had to put it blunt. You sound stupid because, number one, I don't even know you like that. And even if I knew you, I probably wouldn't like you because based upon what you're saying right now, if I was your girlfriend's friend, I would know that you'd be somebody that I don't need to be dealing with in the first place. But for you to say that a dude is obligated just because if he walks in the vicinity, he walks in not knowing that you guys are there or whatever, and he just walks in, he should pay for a drink. Now, I'm going to take it to another level. I had one of the females to tell me that even if their girlfriend isn't there, and he happens to walk in the room an area where it's, some of her friends, he should still buy her friends a drink. No,
I
what you think about
guarantee
that?
you all these women are single.
You damn right they're single.
I already know.
But let me calm down.
My question is,
point.
where are these standards when y'all picking these baby daddies? That's what I want to know.
Oh my God, please preach.
Because you got all these standards for these men that you don't even know
Don't
that
even know
have
the dude.
nothing to do with you. But the person that you got a baby with ain't did none of this.
He always late. He's in the ridge. You ain't getting nothing. He don't babysit half the time. Really, it's not babysitting because it's his kid. But he's not watching the kids or nothing. But you want to tell me that if I come in a spot and my wife isn't there, by default, because you're cool with my wife, I should pay for your drink.
Now, I mean, when we talking about stuff like, okay, now what do I feel like is in a man's realm for being around women? Protection or safety. Now, if your wife is out and then with her friends and then you happen to come there, then after they leaving out, is it a nice gesture? Yes, to go out and make sure they maybe made it to the car or something like that.
Yeah.
I could see that, but in terms of buying them something, like, I don't know why these people are expecting this stuff. Like, it's so crazy to me. I don't understand it.
Well, Shannon, this is a hot topic. Okay, I'm telling you, I encountered some things with that conversation.
Then, if she want to act like a man, which a lot of women do, then can he really even say that he can offer protection? Because half of these women, if something go down between them and the man, they gonna be trying to step to him. So then that man, like, you think I'm about to get killed because you out here acting stupid? No, thank you.
Oh my God.
I want to go home to my family.
That's a whole nother subject too, because I have seen the situation where a female got offended by, I guess, and from what and keep in mind, this is about 5-6 years ago, if not longer, where we was out at a spot and I guess a guy, I think he accidentally had bumped into the woman. Okay, he accidentally bumped into her. It wasn't like and then he apologized, but she was so offended that she, and her, I don't know if it was a man or boyfriend, whatever he was, but I know he was like, it's okay. And my man was like, look, hey sis, look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it or whatever, No, man, you ain't gonna say. And I'm looking like, she putting her man in that type of situation. You don't know what dudes he done came here with. You don't know what you gonna get him into, all because of your attitude. And that's part of the problem, the attitude, the entitlement. Like you said, that of these women, that when they out there, they think they can cut a fool, that something about being a woman give you a pass to pass judgment, to be able to proclaim whether this person is beneath you or beneath your friend, whatever, all because he won't live up to your standards. Give a damn about your standards. Evidently nobody, because you don't have a freaking man in the first freaking place. So, and that's why you're alone over a damn drink, over some Tito's and cranberry. Girl, please.
It's ridiculous.
Get a life.
I mean, if he come up and is trying to get your attention and he speak to your friends, that's good enough. Because maybe he want to say, is it okay if I speak with you for a moment? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he going to take her even outside of, not like, maybe to another side of the bar, but like he don't want to have a whole conversation in front of these vultures. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that, vultures.
Then in that case, he might say, can I get you something or whatever. Like, I understand from a safety standpoint, like women, they have to watch out for each other. You know what I'm saying? To make sure your friend not getting roofied or something like that. So, but I mean, like, maybe you're not trying to take her into another room, but just, maybe to the side where they can kind of have a private conversation.
I understand.
So in that case, he might just offer her something to drink that she sees the bartender making right there in front of him, and is getting passed to her. And in that case, the friends can be left over here to do whatever they doing.
There you go. Just watching in the cut, you making sure that she good.
Yeah.
They over there by the bar just talking, but, whew, that entitlement stuff. That's why I'm glad I'm not single anymore. I'm glad I don't have to worry about that stuff. I mean, I still, if my wife go out with her friends and we all go out together, I still, get everybody a drink or whatever. One drink though. That's it. And, but that's the gentleman in me. And to me, if you find a guy that's doing this stuff, that's offering to get you a drink or whatever, to me, he's being a gentleman, because there's a lot of guys that ain't buying a woman a damn thing.
Now I will say, like, let's say when couples go out on dates together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know for me, like, my fiance is always in the mindset, like, even if somebody invite us out to dinner or something like that, in his mind, he already like, I need to be prepared to handle the bill for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how his mind goes. So in those settings, I could see it. Like, that's just a kind gesture that, you know, people play credit card roulette and stuff. They fighting over who's gonna pay the bill. So I think, like, if it's a couple that you regularly, you know, maybe go out with or something,
Mm-hmm.
they pick up the tab one time, you pick it up, you know, stuff like that. Do I think that's kind of customary and like normal? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, now, you know, you bring that up is also another thing too, is that if I go back to refer to the video, I believe it was said that he and his wife or girlfriend were the ones to organize the
meeting
event for the birthday girl or something, right? So, me and my wife, we celebrated our anniversary, like a 10-year anniversary. And I invited, excuse me, a lot of my family members, over, I think I said 15 people, to Italian restaurant. Okay, Buca. I don't know if anyone knows Buca.
Buca di Beppo.
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
Pesto salad.
We went there on our first date. So every year on our anniversary, this is where we go to. And now they have one in Hawaii. We walked up and looked up on one in Hawaii while we was over there on our anniversary. I'm like, what the hell?
Wow.
It was meant to be. But anyway, I invited them all there, but I let them all know I have the bill. So I think that if you do invite a group of people out, I think by default you should let people know when you send the invite out that it's not a BYOB, you don't have to worry about nothing, I got it.
Yeah.
So that way it won't be any type of confusions or conflicts or whatever like that. So I think, as referring back to that video, if any mistake was made on his part, that would have been the one.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Because maybe since he invited them, so then they were under the pretense maybe that he was going to cover it. So yeah, I could see that. Just communication to kind of clear all that up, because unless, like I said again, I don't go nowhere that, you know, if I don't have money to spend for myself, but maybe some people didn't have it in their budget to like come out, and they were coming out on the strength of thinking that it was going to be covered. So I could see from that standpoint.
Right.
But again, nobody should be going out without any money, because anything could happen.
Not going out without any money and buying 2 orders of lamb chops and extra potatoes.
Yeah, being
just so you can take
on
some
somebody
home
else's dime.
later. So you have something to snack on later.
Like, I used to feel sorry for dudes. Like, the whole day I'm calculating, like, oh my God, like, he just spent $100. Like, let me just tell him, like, we don't have to do nothing else. Like, we could just end it after this. You know, that's so expensive. Like, and here they are, like, oh yeah, let me get an extra side of, like,
oh my God.
If I go out with anybody, like, I'm hard pressed. I don't want my stuff to cost more than theirs. Like, even if they, you know, are inviting me out.
That is a good position, though, to think. I mean, I never thought about that in regards to dating and with a woman that's out with a guy, that you don't want your bill.
No, I'm not getting no leftovers to carry out and the dessert and do all that kind of stuff. I mean, you know, like, unless we mutually agree on that, but not purposely. Like, I'm ordering a whole extra, you know, food to take home and like all that kind of stuff. No, I'm not. And then I don't drink, so
I got to work.
I'm not asking for no 2 or 3 drinks and all that kind of stuff anyway. So I'm a cheap date.
Boy, I tell you, we need more like her.
I don't know. Good luck to y'all, cause
I mean, well, you know, I'm married, so I know, but I'm just saying though, for you other fellas, and the brother that got you locked down, man, you know what you was doing, bro. So let's wrap this on up, though, Shannon B. What would be your thought to the naysayers out there that's listening to what you be saying, talking all that, the $100 limit and all? I mean, what would you say to them naysayers out there that had something to say about it?
I have results. Period.
What, you got receipts?
I have results.
Bam. Well, facts. Okay.
Mic drop.
Yeah. See, bam. Okay.
So they can keep playing these games if they want to.
And may I add, women, at my job, y'all know how I am. I'm gonna put the business out here. I just ain't gonna put your name out, but y'all know me. And I've been telling y'all for over 10 years that your ovaries gonna dry up if you keep on acting crazy. You ain't gonna get no husband, and you ain't gonna have no kids, because you're gonna be too busy running these dudes away from all your, what's the old word they used to use? Shenanigans. All them shenanigans of yours. And that's why a lot of y'all still single, because your expectations are too freaking high. You want, but don't want to give and give and give. Your hands is always, it's out. It's never out to do this. Always out to receive.
It doesn't work. They saying what, like in this state alone or something, like women outnumber men 10-1 or something crazy like that, or 8, whatever it is. It's still more of us than it is them. So if you don't want to act right, even if they have to pick a chick that's less attractive, they'll do that just for cooperation. So you do the math.
Preach. Because I heard even in Atlanta, when I guess we try to talk about different suburban areas, suburban areas, not suburban, I'm sorry, urban areas, and we talk about our people. I'm not trying to talk about, white people. Talk about our people, where the ratio of men and women as far as being single is like high teens.
Yeah, and we talking about qualified men, meaning
qualified,
not gay, not in prison, all that kind of stuff.
Right. So if you keep on playing the game that you play, you're gonna miss out on something good, because it's a lot of good dudes out here. You know what I'm saying? So my advice, like I said, always say, keep your options open. Don't judge a book by the cover. Just because this brother decided to buy you a drink and not your girl a drink, don't make him a buster, okay? Not by a long shot. If anything, you should be happy that somebody bought you a drink, because look at the camp or the company that you keep. I wouldn't want to deal with a woman that dealing with friends that's okay. That's just me. That's Uncle Will. So, with that being said, you have anything else that you might want to put on the spin before we sign this on off?
Nope. I'm good. I said what I said.
And she meant and she stands by it. So look, I just want to say thank you guys again on behalf of me and Shannon B for tuning in to this week's episode, 3D Podcast. Make sure that you not only like, but subscribe, share, and also leave comments. Please leave comments and let us know your thoughts upon the things that we said. And if you have any ideas or some different topics that you want us to handle, please let us know. And hell, if you want to come on to the show, I don't care if you are in Atlanta, if you are in Florida, California, we can zoom you in.
Okay.
Ain't no problem. But thank you. Peace.
Thanks, guys. Bye.